Hi, today we're going to hang this large artwork, and I'm going to show you some different methods of hanging art. Now, this is a really big piece, and to position it, I will do the old standing in the middle of the room, extending my hands and finding the center of the wall. This is pretty accurate. On a very large wall where you've got a lot of space on either side, you've probably got 1 or 2 centimeters worth of grace. So this is fine. So for me to find the center, it's very easy. There's the center. Now I have to work out where I want the top of the frame to be. Now there's a little trick to hanging a big artwork or a small artwork, getting exactly the right position. And this is how you do it. So say if I wanted to hang it 10 centimeters down from the ceiling. The way I do that, I stretch the wire and then I measure the distance from the stretched wire to the top. Now then, I keep my hand on the tape measure. Wherever I want the top of the painting to be, this is where I put the screw. So I want it to be about there, so I will make my hole here and put my screw there. Now, it's a really simple method. That will give you an accurate way of finding the top level of the painting. If you want to find the bottom level, say if you're hanging a few paintings together on a wall, smaller ones, and you want to make sure the bottom line is somewhere in a particular space on a wall, then you just do the opposite. You pull it taut, as if the nail was in it, and then you measure the distance from the anchor point to the bottom of the frame, and that is where the bottom of your frame will be. So that's how to measure that. Now then, we've got some different methods of hanging. A big artwork like this, let me just take these. Now, a large artwork like this, you can either use a Dynabolt, which is basically an 8mm masonry drill bit. You drill the hole and then you put it into the hole and then you screw it, and this comes in on itself and it opens up and it anchors in. That is really good. You can hang really heavy mirrors and very heavy paintings like this. But this painting, actually, I can also hang on a plug and a screw. So that's what I'm going to use today, the plug and the screw method. And for smaller works that are not too heavy, you can use a concrete nail. Concrete nails are really good and they're quick and simple. You use all the same measuring guidances as I've used, and you use a concrete nail. Now, if you've got gyprock, let me just grab this. I'll just be back in a second, just wait there. Now, gyprock paneling wall, like this for instance, you use a nail and a plate. This system here, now you get all different sizes of these, so pick the biggest one. Always pick the biggest one, because this will hang quite a heavy artwork. Now, if you're in any doubt, you can either put 2 or 3. I've actually hung quite large mirrors on 3 or 4 of these. So they're really, really good systems. And they only make a tiny hole in the wall. So if you ever have to remove them, you can simply, spack filler over remove them and put the bit of spack filler in the hole. So I'll go ahead now and I'll get my hammer drill. And here's another little tip. So you don't have to hold a vacuum cleaner or a dustpan while you're drilling a hole to stop the dust going everywhere. I get a zip bag, a bit of tape on the back of the zip bag. I've measured my spot before and I tape the zip bag there, and I will drill that hole now. Here we are. I'll drill the hole. Safety glasses, just in case, of course. Can never be too sure. Anyway, here we go. So there's my spot. Of course, it's a masonry drill bit, so make sure you get that right. Hammer in the plug. Then I'll screw in the screw. Actually, I'll use this screw, it's a bit better. When you pick a screw with a decent sized head on it so the wire doesn't slip off. You need to put it in there. If you can see that, you just screw it in. It's a simple method. This is a really easy method of hanging artworks. And I'll hang this in a second and just show you. Screw it in quite a way in so that the screw doesn't protrude out too far, because sometimes if you're hanging a canvas, the screw can actually damage the canvas. So don't have it sticking out too far. Plus it's a lot stronger if it's right inside. There we go. That's it. Take my dust bag off. Pop it down there. Then we'll hang this. Here we go. This lovely big William Rees oil of Rocknest Island. With large artworks, you don't even have to struggle with it lifting. You can virtually, well actually, sometimes it is a bit of a struggle. Anyway, this is pretty good. Here we go. That's exactly the position I wanted. That's it. Perfect. 10 centimeters from the top, exactly where I wanted it. So remember that measuring system. You simply, in the invisible wire, pull the wire as far as as it would hang on the actual screw when it's on there, and then you just measure from there, from the taut angle to the top, and that is where you basically want the top of your frame to be. So you can position it anywhere you like, and wherever you decide, that is where the screw goes. So that's hanging an artwork with a plug and a screw. The Dynabolt is exactly the same. You simply drill an 8mm, well this is an 8mm Dynabolt, so you simply drill an 8mm masonry drill bit hole. You put it in, you screw it, you tighten it, and that will hold anything. They're really, really strong. That's for brick or concrete walls. Now then, for gyprock walls, as I said, or paneling, you simply, if you follow me, I'll show you. You simply position it wherever you want it. And you hammer it in. Bearing in mind, I'll just put this light on, bearing in mind, when you're hanging your artwork, make sure you do get the wire in the bottom of that groove, because if it goes on the top, if your wire goes across the top of that, it will pull it out. So it has to go in there, and that's really, really strong. And that's hanging artworks. So yes, see you on the next video.